who denies the existence of the Lord or variety. And then the impersonal feature of the Lord is manifested for them. So here we are dealing with some boundary knowledge about the relationship between supreme personality of God, between the Lord and the living entities, or the Lord and the universe. Through that understanding, one can come to appreciating variety within the Lord's creation. When one appreciates this variety, it becomes very easy to render devotional service. When one understands how everything is connected and how he himself is connected. So this is very, very important point here that's being explained through these verses. By understanding the energies of the Lord, it becomes very easy for the jiva to surrender. Just like we see also in Bhagavad Gita, that in the beginning Arjuna saw the variety placed before him by the arrangement of material nature. And Arjuna had a duty to fight as service to Krishna. But when he saw all these different personalities, he told Krishna that I don't think it's necessary for me to fight. Why? Because by engaging in this civil war, I would be killing all these best men. When they are killed, there won't be anyone to offer water to the ancestors. And I've heard by the subject succession that those who destroy family traditions dwell in hell, always Krishna. It sounds like a very good argument. But Krishna said, no, you are not a party. Because you are lamenting for that which is not worth of grief, the material body. That's how Krishna begins to answer or respond to Arjuna's argument. So he saw the material energy in all forms displayed before him. As a result, he went off the rails. He went out of devotional perception, and he saw all these people in relation to him. And he thought, how will I enjoy the kingdom after winning it without all these friends? It will be impossible. Therefore, I should not fight. So this is how the Lord make a test for his devotee. This test comes in the form of this material energy. So, but when one understands how everything is connected with the Lord, how the Lord makes this material work, so just like Prabhupada explains also in Shikshamrita in a letter to someone, that the first snare of Maya or material energy upon the living entity is that he becomes protagonist of religion. And then the second step is that he will neglect religiosity and make more endeavor towards his economic development. And then he becomes protagonist to sense enjoyment when he is frustrated. And then he comes to the fourth stage of Maya's attack, which is impersonalism. And then on that stage, he wants to think himself to be one So this is the trick of the material energy. As Krishna explains, Tribir, Unamai, Mayai, Ekvya, Mayai, Bhavai, Manevya, Idam Jagat, Mohitam Nabijanati, Mapevya, Param Avyayam. In Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, Krishna is telling Arjuna that this whole world, everybody in this whole material world is covered by the three modes of material nature. Not knowing me as the cause of all cosmos and one who is inexhausted. And then Krishna explains that when the living entity surrenders to him, he easily crosses beyond. So in that way, by understanding how the material energy is working in this universe, how this material energy is also working by Krishna's will, and then the living entity is able to overcome the material energy. That is why Sambandha Gyan is given in the beginning, so that we can get a deeper understanding of the material world, how it is working, and our relationship with the Lord. Just like there was one powerful emperor called Akbar, and he had a very wise man with him called Bilba. So Emperor Akbar had many relatives. So his empress was pressing upon him that he make one of her brothers a vassal. In other words, he wanted Bilba to be replaced. So Akbar was unwilling to make a change, but of course, eventually he had to succumb to the queen's pressure. So then he decided, okay, I'm going to make one of your brothers. His name was Sheikh Hussein, and he became the Wazir in the place of Bilba. Of course, Bilba was a Hindu, they were Muslims. They were always feeling that he did not really belong to that parampara. But he was a wise man. He understood the workings of material nature. And Akbar, the emperor, also understood this point, that this Bilba was very much clued up in regard to the workings of material nature, so he could solve many problems. But the queen was pressing that he should be removed. And then finally, her brother was given this position of Bilba. So then the king was not happy inside, but he had to comply with the insistence of the empress. So after a few days, he decided, I'm going to test this fellow and see how much understanding he has about this world, how it is working.